So this is going to be a little bit of a different video. I'm going to use Lightroom, the new Lightroom on iPad, being as you can edit on iPad now. And I'm just going to give a little tutorial on how I edit through iPad. If I'm on the road, if I'm just about, I want to get some work quickly done, this is what I usually do. So instantly I'm going into my aspect ratio and I'm going to make it by 4 so I am able to get it on Instagram well. I don't like how much negative space I've got at the bottom, so I'm going to slightly decrease the bottom negative space, and I think that's enough for me. Yeah, that's absolutely perfect. So in terms of editing now, this is what I do. Press done, click done in the bottom right. Let me play with the light first. So I'm adjusting exposure, bring that up slightly up. I always like to turn contrast up as well, so I'll bring it about 31. Highlights, we'll bring those down for now. And then you can hold on the screen and then see what's going on with the highlights as well by just tapping the screen or tapping the picture while adjusting the highlights. I'm gonna bring it right down there to -35. The shadows are gonna go up. I'm gonna bring it to +23 so there's not too much noise. The whites shall bring slightly down to -16, and the blacks I will raise up to +31. I'm gonna scroll down. What do I want to adjust next? I'll play with the color next. And first I'm gonna play with the color mix and remove any colors I do not want. So first of all, I'm gonna increase the red. Increase the saturation of the red, and I shall bring the luminance up slightly as well. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust magenta's color. I'll bring the hue up to about 63. I want it to be more red the vehicle, so I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to bring up the saturation as well. And the luminance can be brought down. And what I'm gonna do is with the purples, I'm gonna change the hue to more magenta. I'll bring up the saturation also, but I'm gonna increase the luminance, which I like to do to add slight more reflection. I'm gonna take away the blues and bring the luminance down as well. Don't want to take too much blue away, even though it's removing the reflection I'm losing the word here, out the glass essentially. I'm gonna remove the cyans. Greens, I'm not gonna remove too much green. I'm gonna put the saturation down as we have trees in the background. In terms of the luminance, I'm going to bring that down. I want it to be slightly darker. Yellows, slightly bring that down. And oranges, I'll bring that to more reddy tint. And then the saturation slightly down and luminance slightly down as well. So with this now, I'm going to play with the color grading. I'm gonna start off with my mid-tones first. I always like to adjust the mid-tones first. I'm gonna leave that as yellow. I think I'm gonna leave this shadows as normal. And the highlights, they'll be on the orange side of things right here. And I'm happy with that. So now I'm going to exit out that and adjust the color, which I'm going to add more of a yellowish tone to it. Can add more sort of a slightly purpley tint. Vibrance is going up to about +19. and saturation can stay at +7. Now I'm gonna play with effects. I'm instantly gonna bring up the texture. You know, more texture. Clarity can go up by +6 and dehaze by +17. So far, we can show the before, the after, and by doing that, you can hold on to the screen. So this is before, this is after so far. And I'm like how this is turning out. I'm not gonna adjust any of the details or anything. I'm just gonna go straight on to the mask. So first of all, I'm gonna add linear gradients. I don't go on from the top below down to just above the top of the vehicle. It's enough for me, and I'm gonna bring the exposure slightly down. And then I'm gonna bring one from the bottom, the wheels of the vehicle. Bring that slightly down as well. Press done. This is before, this is after so far. Here we go. This is what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna do subject select. So select subject. It's gonna detect the subjects, and it's detected it well, so I'm happy with that. But you can remove part of it, so I'm gonna remove the parts that I don't want to be in there. So right here, I'm gonna just move it with the brush. Move this part with the brush. As you see, some of the reds are disappearing, and move to the bottom. There we go, I think I'm happy with that. So now I'm gonna click back on the vehicle, the subject, and I'm gonna adjust how it looks. So instantly I'm turning the exposure slightly up. Contrast going up again. Highlights, we're gonna bring that slightly up. Shadows, bring that slightly up as well. And then whites, bring that slightly down, not too much reflection. And then blacks, I usually use blacks the same. If you wanna readjust the color to the natural state it was, all you gotta do is tap the numbers on top, double click, and it brings it back down to 0. So now I'm gonna mess about with the effects. I'm increasing texture slightly, clarity, and be +3, and dehaze goes up to +13. I'm gonna play about with the sky now. So I'm gonna make it select sky. That selected it perfectly. And then I'm gonna adjust the light and things of that sort. So exposure coming down, contrast, like a bit contrasty, so I'm bringing that up. Highlights is going down because I like the orange on that. And then shadows is also going down. The whites, I'll bring that slightly up. And the blacks, I'll bring that slightly down. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of saturation to that. And more of a yellowy tint. Look how clean that looks. So far, this is before and this is after. I'm gonna play with the details of the sky as well, but I like to decrease some of the texture and the clarity and add very, very slight dehaze just to make the sky look more realistic. Now I think this is turning out well so far. I'm gonna add another mask. But with this mask, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a radial gradient. So the radial gradient is just gonna go all the way around the vehicle. So I'm gonna extend that right there. Bring the radial gradient slightly lower, about here. And then I'm going to invert it. To invert it, you see on the bottom left, press this little square thing right here, and that inverts it. And what I'm gonna do right here is I'm gonna decrease exposure all the way around. So this is before, this is it after. And I think I'm happy with this. I think this is me done for a little light edit. Nothing too crazy. If you want any more videos like this on Lightroom or any photography videos, you can definitely get those sorted and uploaded. If you're interested in actually seeing my photography progress and process, let me know in the comments below. Leave a like and subscribe. I've got a Discord. I've got Instagram, Facebook. I'm on all platforms. It's Jate Vision on everything. Jate8 Vision. And yeah, thanks for watching. And I'm out.